with overseas rollout having begun Wednesday. Lionsgate/Thunder Road Films/8711's John Wick Chapter 4 is off to a strong start at the international box office. Across just a handful of markets, figures we're hearing put the early estimated QM at roughly $3.9 million through Wednesday, and including Australia and New Zealand's Thursday launches. As Anthony reported, Thursday's domestic previews of around $8 million are looking at a franchise best, per industry estimates. The Keanu Reeves forquel is bowing in 71 international box office markets this weekend, the biggest day-and-date footprint for the franchise, which has previously tended to release in staggered fashion. The global outlook coming into the weekend is $115 million, including $45 million from offshore. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum's international opening back in 2019 was $36.9 million for $93.75 million worldwide, a previous global record start for the series. Parabellum didn't have Germany, France, and Spain in its opening suite, though those major territories are included in Chapter 4's first frame. In Latin America, we understand paid Wednesday previews came in at $994,000, led by Brazil at $328,000 and followed by Mexico with $240,000. Only about 60% of Latin America cinemas held sneaks, boding well for the weekend ahead. Reeves stopped in at CCXP in Brazil last December to promote the pick. Premieres were also held recently at Berlin's Zoopalast and Paris Grand Rex. Germany, consistently a top market for the John Wick movies, grossed an estimated $635,000 in Wednesday evening previews, coming in 40% higher than the previous installment. Regular shows began Thursday on 800+ screens, the widest R-rated release in the market in the last decade. France launched the Chad Stahelski-directed pick at number 1 with $543,000 from 557 screens. Social unrest is plaguing the country with protests in major cities, but despite this, the start was 35% ahead of JW3. Chapter 4 has the best critical and audience scores of the series on Allociné. In Taiwan, JW4 was number 1 with an estimated $418,000, 17% above JW3 and 273% over last weekend's opener Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Australia on Thursday bowed to $681,000 on 259 screens, $1 million when including Wednesday's previews. The opening day repped 66% of the entire box office and was 56% ahead of JW3. The launch day was Studio Kano's biggest since Twilight, Breaking Dawn, Part 2, and the best for any non-studio title since Hunger Games, Mockingjay, Part 2.